Assassin's Creed Shadows has some new gameplay which was shown in another developer overview detailing how parkour and dodge will work in the game, with the gameplay looking good as well. And unfortunately the game has also been pushed back with Ubisoft citing so they can get it right, but I feel it's for another reason. Hi folks, Higgs here, and today we'll be going over the recent dev overview and gameplay. If all things gaming, news and reviews are your thing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Earlier, the official Assassin's Creed X account posted an update on the game's release date. I'm going to read it out to you now. It says, "Dear players, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks to our incredible fans and dedicated teams for your unwavering support since our announcement in September to further refine and polish Assassin's Creed Shadows. Since November, we've been thrilled to share our progress through gameplay overviews, and the overwhelming excitement has truly inspired us. Each week has brought valuable feedback from our community. While we've already made remarkable strides, we believe a few additional weeks are needed to implement that feedback and ensure an even more ambitious and engaging day one experience. Accordingly, the new release date is March the 20th of this year. We remain committed to delivering a high quality, immersive experience fostered by ongoing dialogue between our players and development teams. We know you're eager to learn more about Assassin's Creed Shadows, and we're excited to share that more updates will be coming your way very soon." Now, this comes as no surprise really. February is absolutely stacked, and I think 2025 will be a year of publishers tweaking and testing due to so many strong games releasing. Ubisoft wants to give the game the best possible chance to succeed and do really well, so I think they're just pulling it back to March so it gives it a better chance of doing that, and if it means a few extra weeks in the oven to do some fine tuning and tweaks, I think that will go down well with the game's fans. So moving on to the developer overview, in Assassin's Creed, leaping from rooftops seamlessly was a staple for the game, and it seems in Shadows they have improved that even more and made the experience of being an assassin even better by adding more depth and evolving the system. Parkour in Shadows will be a main component, with players able to infiltrate Japanese castles, climb massive stone walls, tree and rock climbing, plus there are many hidden parkour paths in the world to offer up a mixed experience. In the overview, they went over the controls as they have merged dodge and parkour down together, which they say unlocks a whole bunch of new parkour moves, with some of the moves being acrobatic dodges, out of window jumps, and new silent drop downs. Also, in Assassin's Creed Shadows, quick throw is back, which is great as these guerrilla warfare experts need that surprise attack, and A and B buttons will be our dodge, roll and parkour buttons. When we are jumping from buildings, we'll need to time it and do a recovery roll, as damage from falls is unfortunately back, but I'm sure Ubisoft had their reasons. In this footage here, Naoe is seen climbing up and doing a recovery roll to eliminate the sound and the fall damage. I like this personally, as your actions have meaning. I know a lot of players did like not having full damage, but I feel it adds more to the gameplay if you have consequences. You'll also want to be careful not to alert enemies this time round with noise as well, so timing your jumps and landing will be key here. When parkouring down a scene here in Shadows, it has taken parkour and dodge and mixed them together to create a fluid transition. We can see Naoe running to the ledge and performing a flashy movement, and this is done by performing a directional dodge over that ledge, with Ubisoft saying there is more variety when it comes to the acrobatic transitions. If you run to a ledge and just press the dodge parkour buttons without any directional input, you'll hold onto the ledge in a climbing position. Holding both the dodge and parkour buttons ensure the characters drop to the lowest point and not something far reaching. Not only does this look good, but it also adds to the feel of being an assassin. I know these are only little snippets of gameplay, but it does really capture what Ubisoft have done with this game. Not only does it look really pretty, the movement looks so fluid as well, and I think that bodes well for the game's release come March. So this footage also shows us doing more flashy moves before grabbing onto a ledge and starting to descend, then finally jumping into the hay, and we get to see backwards dodge in action as well, with Naoe jumping down and cushioning her landing so she can carry out a stealth attack. There is also vertical ascent, which allows the player to hook onto grapple points and climb quickly and quietly, or if you need to hook across large gaps, the hook swing gives players a lot of directional control or momentum, which in turn allows control over the velocity. Assassin's Creed Shadows also sees some new moves that advanced players will want to know about, with both Naoe and Yasuke performing directional dodges whilst moving around in the crouch stance. Naoe is the only one who has access to prone directional dodges though, as seen in the background footage. And if we need to get out quickly, we have sprint dodge, which is unique to Naoe and allows her to clear objects smaller than her like fences and crates, but it is more useful when escaping enemies and their projectiles. These fine details are what make a game like Assassin's Creed, because players really want to lean into how an assassin carries out their combat. To finish off the overview, they say that Naoe and Yasuke will not be able to climb surfaces that don't have a physical handhold, and they explained this with, "This is a pretty big deal for us. This means we had to be more thoughtful about creating interesting parkour highways and afforded us more control about where Naoe can go, and where Yasuke can't, making our two playstyles even more contrasted." Now, I personally don't mind this because it does mix up the gameplay a lot more. Yasuke and Naoe are going to play extremely differently because Naoe is a shinobi, so she is going to be more of the ninja type, and Yasuke is a samurai, so he's going to be more face on, wanting to just get his sword out and dominate fights face on. And I think that's going to diversify the gameplay and make it more unique. I know these are only little 10 or 15 second snippets of gameplay, but it does look good. We can only go on what we've been shown so far, and I feel delaying the game initially was the right choice. As long as the gameplay and the story are fine, I think everyone's going to be happy. Obviously, not everything's going to be perfect in the game because games just don't work like that. But for what we've seen right now, Ubisoft have done really well in terms of working on the movement and the stealth. And overall, I've got a good feeling about this. The only bad thing is we've got to wait until March now, but I'm sure it'll come around pretty quickly. I think it only works out around about 3 to 4 weeks extra, which isn't long at all if you think of things. We've got enough games to be playing at the beginning of this year anyway. But guys, that is the end of the video. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button because that helps the channel and the video out massively. But if all things games, news and reviews are your thing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content in the near future. But as always guys, take care and I'll see you on the next video.